All right, I got to ask you two other quick questions before you have to go. This was in the news like a month ago, but we've talked to you many times before about what I have said I fully believed were fake allegations against you by Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking victim Virginia Giuffre. She looped your name into it. And for the listening audience, we've gone through this many times with Alan about how your name was suggested to her by somebody else. You weren't mentioned by her in her initial round of accusations. And ultimately, you sued her for defamation. And that case went away with her saying, I may have made a mistake. So Virginia Giuffre died at only 41 years old. She's the mother of 3 kids. She died by suicide, according to the local authorities, though her father has doubts about whether that's true. He expressed them on Piers Morgan. I think we have that. Let's take a listen to her dad, whose name is Sky Roberts, SOT25.
Tell me about your reaction when you heard that she'd taken her life.
Well, first of all, I couldn't even believe it. I started crying right away. I'm still crying. I can't believe that this is happening. It's impossible. And then for them to say that she committed suicide, there's no way that she did. Somebody got to her.
Somebody got to her. Your thoughts on it, Alan?
Well, I feel terrible for her, for her family. This is not the way anything like this should have ended. She did falsely accuse me. She admitted she may have misidentified me for somebody else. I was hoping to get on with my life and let her get on with her life. By the way, we still haven't seen all the Epstein files. I want every single file out. I want every videotape out. I want
Why do you think that is?
Well, because there are still people in there. I know a couple of people who are named, and I think there are people who don't want their names to come out. I want everything to come out because they would prove I never met the woman, never heard of her, never had any improper contact with anybody since I met Jeffrey Epstein. And so I want everything to come out. And I don't know why they aren't bringing it all. Everything, every piece of paper. Some of them being withheld by judges. And by the way, some of them would show that some of the accusations are false, that they would be negative toward the accusers. Some would be negative toward the accused. But
So you're just to be clear, you're saying you know of certain men who would be caught up in the scandal, and you believe what, because of influence or power, that they have power over even this DOJ in not releasing these files?
I don't know what the reasons are, but I know the names of people whose names have never been released, and there's no reason for them not to be released. They may be innocent, and I know information about the accusers that haven't been released, devastating information about the accusers themselves having been involved in bringing people to Jeffrey Epstein for improper purposes. So I think all of this has to come out. The truth has to prevail. And I've been pushing for this since the day I was falsely accused.
I can vouch for that.
Today saying I want the FBI to investigate me and let everything hang out there.
You came on my show in 2020 and said exactly that long before it was resolved, and we had a full airing of everything. I encourage people to go back and listen to that. There's no question in my mind, Alan did absolutely nothing. This July, there is a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio de Janeiro. The bloc of emerging superpowers, including China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the U.S. dollar as the global currency. They're calling this the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, some worry global demand for U.S. dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of the dollars in your savings. While this transition, if it happens, would not happen overnight, the Rio Reset could mark a pivotal moment. So learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting MK to the number 989898. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text MK to the number 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.